All right, let's look at Trent Williams, offensive tackle. He's 6'5", he's 320 pounds, and he's set to make 12.5 in 2020 in the final year of his contract. 7-time Pro Bowler. Earl Anthony was a Pro Bowler also, by the way. He's worked with Browns offensive line coach Bill Callahan from 2015 until 19. That, of course, with the Washington Redskins. Jason Peters, we'll also look at. This would also have to be a trade. 38 years old, 16 NFL seasons with the Bills and the Eagles, 9-time Pro Bowler. And last year, 10 penalties, 3 sacks allowed in 872 snaps. He's primarily played left tackle in his career. So at this point, you're not going to change him over to right tackle. But on the other hand, you don't have to do that. Which of the two do you have a choice?
I think I would take Jason Peters. He's much older, you guys pointed out. So all the cost is going to be less across the board, and the commitment long term is going to be less.
Right.
So I think Jason Peters. I think stopgap's the wrong word. That guy's has played at a Pro Bowl level for a long time, but I think he can get you through the next year or two. Maybe Trent Williams is a great move, but it just makes me a little nervous to give up too much and pay too much for a guy who hasn't been on the field a lot lately.
All right, put your GM hat on. Do you want to go after one of those guys and just sign him, or do you want to and then get somebody else in the draft for some other position, or do you want to? Which way you want to go? You want to trade him? You got options with either one of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, it does open up the draft, right? I mean, if you get one of those guys, then you're not going to do a tackle 10, and now somebody really good falls to you, a defensive playmaker, that kind of thing. You're more open to that. Although I still, especially if you get Peters, I would want to probably draft the tackle anyway, and then maybe you don't have to play him immediately, or you work out some. I don't know. The old guy can teach the young guy. Depth is good. I really would like the Browns to take advantage of this tackle class in the draft. I think if you get one of those two guys, it gives you a little wiggle room with some of that stuff. But it feels like to me, and maybe I'll be wrong, I think their 10-year left tackle might be there for them at number 10. And if it's one of the guys really target.
Right. On the other hand, if you go with the trade route, you may have an opportunity to get Isaiah-Simmons out of Clemson, and that's a game changer too.
It is, and I know there's a lot of smart stuff about talent in the draft, and in free agency and in trades, you address need, and then that opens you up to do whatever is talent-wise in the draft. So if you've got a left tackle, it would allow you to do that. But boy, this tackle class is good, and what if you've got your next Joe Thomas sitting there? And I think they have a decent chance, whether it's Tristan Wirfs or Andrew Thomas, or I think they have a couple guys there that could be that guy for them. So I'm going to end up sticking with, I hope they get a left tackle at 10. And I would not probably in the end go Peters or Williams, although if I picked one, I'd think of.
All right, if they go the other way and go with Simmons, the linebacker from Clemson, you're looking at a guy who was the Butkus Award winner, awarded to the nation's top defensive linebacker. 6'4", 230, 104 tackles, 16 and a half tackles for loss. He was the 2019 ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Then you've got Patrick Queen, who had a phenomenal game in the national championship game. He was the defensive MVP with 8 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, and half a sack. 6'1", 227 linebacker, 85 tackles this year, 12 tackles for losses, 3 sacks, and an interception. And not bad. Not bad. Can't go wrong with either one of those if you're going to go that way. Linebacker.
I just don't think I'd go linebacker at 10 in terms of the position value at that draft. Now, Simmons isn't a linebacker. He's everything.
Right.
So Queen, you're going to play him at linebacker. You just let a really good linebacker go in Joe Schobert. Again, I think I've said this before. I am less panicked about linebacker than some other people are. If you're going Simmons and he is a gadget guy, he's a safety, he's a corner, he's a slot corner, he's a linebacker, he covers tight ends, he blitzes, he's a rush end, I don't know. He's everything. Okay. But I don't think he's going to be there.
All right, we're talking top of the draft. Let's go down just a little bit. It's not even the draft. You got one of the most popular players in the Cleveland Browns history since the 60s. We'll use that as the line of demarcation, and that was Clay Matthews. You got another Clay Matthews available now. Probably not as good as he used to be. Still probably has something left. This is a great PR move. I know you don't ever just look for a PR move, but if the guy can play, this will be the PR move of PR moves for this franchise.
Yeah, the best PR move is winning. So the best PR move is playoff. So you can get yourself in trouble when you start going down that road toward anything other than sign good players, get talent. But
yeah,
again,
it's intriguing.
if you're
It's intriguing. It's intriguing, but you put me in my place very well because you're 1,000% right. Winning will beat, Bernie, not having Bernie Kosar playing again.